Have you ever wondered why mathematics, a human construct, is so adept at explaining the universe? This question puzzled the great minds of Albert Einstein and Eugene Wigner, who both marveled at the miraculous applicability of mathematics to our universe. They saw a world that, against all odds, seemed to obey the laws and principles that we've devised in our minds and written on our chalkboards. A world that dances to the tune of equations and formulas, bending and shaping itself to fit perfectly into the mathematical models we've created. This raises a profound question. If our universe adheres so closely to the principles of mathematics, does that not suggest some deeper hidden layer of reality? A grand design, perhaps, that we're only just beginning to comprehend? A design that transcends our understanding of the natural world? So, if mathematics is a miracle, what does that say about our universe? Can mathematics alone explain everything about the universe? This question brings us to the work of Kurt Gödel, a brilliant mathematician whose theorem shattered the idea of a purely mathematical theory of everything. Gödel's theorem states, anything you can draw a circle around cannot explain itself without referring to something outside the circle. This means that no matter how comprehensive a mathematical system may be, there will always be truths outside its scope, truths that it cannot prove. It's as if mathematics, despite its precision and power, is always reaching out, always pointing towards something beyond itself. So what does this mean for our understanding of the universe? It suggests that there is more to the cosmos than what can be captured within the confines of mathematical equations and formulas. There are truths, realities, perhaps even mysteries that transcend the mathematical. Gödel's theorem leaves us with a profound question. What lies outside the circle? Can we ever fully understand the laws of nature? This question lingers in the minds of the greatest thinkers of our time, including the likes of Stephen Hawking and Steven Weinberg. Hawking, with his unparalleled intellect, postulated that our attempts to unify all theories into a comprehensive theory of everything may be halted by a simple yet profound fact. Anything that we can draw a circle around, any system or model, cannot fully explain itself without referring to something outside of its own boundaries. Something we must assume, but cannot prove. Weinberg, a Nobel laureate, echoed these sentiments, expressing his skepticism about our ability to explain the world fully. He stated that we may end up with some set of laws of nature, but we will not be able to derive them solely on grounds of mathematical consistency. We will always be left questioning why the laws of nature are as they are, rather than some other way. If we can never fully understand, what hope do we have for a theory of everything? Where does that leave us in our quest for a theory of everything? We find ourselves in a tight spot, indeed. But Bruce Gordon, a noted scholar, presents an intriguing perspective. He suggests that our universe is dependent on a transcendent reality, something beyond our comprehension, something that can exhibit agency. In other words, a mind that can choose among an infinite variety of mathematical descriptions and bring into existence a reality that corresponds to a consistent subset of them. This is not a random act, but a deliberate choice, a decision made by an entity that breathes fire into the equations and makes a universe for them to describe. This transcendent reality, this agency, this thought, could it be the missing piece of the puzzle? Could it be the bridge between mathematics and reality? The underpinning of everything we know and everything we don't? Could this transcendent reality be the key to our theory of everything? What if the answer to the theory of everything lies in an event we've known about for centuries? Yes, we're talking about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. It's a notion that may seem far-fetched for some, but let's examine the evidence and the implications it might have on our understanding of the universe. Let's start with the Shroud of Turing. This relic provides evidence that both general relativity and quantum mechanics were at play during Christ's resurrection. Isabel Pitchek, an artist with a profound understanding of physics, noted that the body depicted on the shroud appears to be hovering, free from gravity's pull. In regards to quantum mechanics, Giuseppe Mandaglio, a respected scientist, stated that the image formation on the shroud cannot be attributed to energy absorption as explained by classical physics. Instead, he proposed that it necessitates an absorption by discrete values of energy, a concept integral to quantum mechanics. As well, a team of researchers from the National Agency for New Technologies, Energy and Sustainable Economic Development, NEA, Italy, from their study of the Holy Shroud of Turin, concluded that it would take 34,000 billion watts of VUV radiation to make the image on the shroud. Sarah Cremonini, a theoretical physicist, also weighed in on the inability to mathematically unify general relativity and quantum mechanics. She pointed out there is an infinite mathematical divide between general relativity and quantum mechanics, suggesting that to bridge this gap would require an infinite number of mathematical corrections and/or renormalizations, a task that would undoubtedly fail. Yet Christianity provides a solution to this infinite mathematical divide. In the words of William Dembski, a renowned mathematician and philosopher, he noted, "The cross is a path of humility in which the infinite God becomes finite and then contracts to zero, only to resurrect and thereby unite a finite humanity within a newfound infinity." This statement encapsulates the marriage of the infinite and the finite, a concept that finds ready application in solving the infinite mathematical divide that exists between general relativity and quantum mechanics. In short, when we allow agent causality back into physics, as originally envisioned by the Christian founders of modern science, we find a plausible solution for the much sought-after theory of everything in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So, we return to our initial question. Could the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead indeed be the answer to the theory of everything? Today, we've journeyed through the thoughts of some of the greatest minds in history. We've pondered the miraculous nature of our universe, the limitations of mathematics, the unexplainable mysteries of our world, and the need for a transcendent reality. In the midst of these contemplations, we've examined a profound idea, the resurrection of Jesus Christ as a potential theory of everything. This theory bridges the mathematical divide between general relativity and quantum mechanics, a divide that has perplexed scientists for decades. It implies that the infinite God became finite, contracted to zero, and then resurrected, uniting finite humanity within a newfound infinity. We've witnessed how the Shroud of Turin provides tangible evidence that both these scientific fields were dealt with in the resurrection. Ultimately, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, as unexpected as it may be, could hold the key to our understanding of the universe. As we continue to seek, let us remember, sometimes the answers we seek are found in the most unexpected places.